Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Corvina Seafood Grill in Boca.
Hold the mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome bay, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We're on the road again, and we are in the northwestern corner of Broward County in the hotspot, Parkland's newest and shiniest restaurant, Dear Olivia. It is a smash hit. We're with the dynamic restaurant duo that is behind this new hotspot, Paul Greenberg and Eddie Pozzuoli. Welcome back to the Lunchbox, gentlemen. How are you?
Happy to be back.
Tired, my friend.
So it's been a whirlwind 6 days. We were out here for the official grand opening and the ribbon cutting, and before that, you had a couple of days of, I guess, test runs, friends and family. But Paul, do you need either a double espresso, an espresso martini, or a cot for a nap?
I think he drinks coffee now. He does drink coffee.
I drink ice brew, I think it's called.
Yeah, cold brew.
Cold brew. We got him. We brought him to the dark side.
Yeah.
He's been in the restaurant business for a long time, and this got him into
Cold brew and a cold shower is what will keep you awake. You've had some long days, but I guess just the two of you, just seeing the response, I guess it shows that this area is really thirsting and hungering for a place like this. Is that correct?
It really is. You know, that's the response from the community that we brought something that they don't have around here. We're excited to bring it. So the Parkland community is just amazingly tight, and it's awesome. That's, I think, the biggest takeaway from this whole thing. But it seems like everybody was really wanting something like this, you know, a place that's open later at night, that has entertainment, that has, you know, a vibe, great food, great cocktails, and we're happy to do it.
And it is located 7805 North University Drive. Basically, you take the Sawgrass to the University Drive exit and just keep going north until it kind of thins out and you actually see some grassland and some canals. And then there's a public shopping center. And for those who are not familiar with the community, I guess, you know, it used to be a couple of restaurants. Deja Blue was the most recent. Oh, we've got Christina Pozzuoli presenting some lovely cocktails from
She's
the bar
our hand
here.
model today.
Look at this. Eddie, I guess, what's your overall reaction to the response so far?
It's been a whirlwind. I think we can all kind of echo that. The team's been doing a great job. You know, it's been long days, long nights. The response from the community, you know, from the anticipation and buildup after we opening Eddie and Vinny's, and then like kind of segueing into this has just been completely, you know, it's unbelievable. Like the community truly does get behind local business, and really they want to get to know us. They want to get to know the team members, and that's what it's all about. And, you know, it's been I can say heartwarming a million different times, but there's not really a better term for it than to see what's, you know, how welcome we've the welcome we've gotten from the city and the surrounding areas over the past couple weeks.
You know, Parkland is a distinct community from Coral Springs, which is just to the south. And obviously you're a Coral Springs guy with Eddie and Vinny's. But there is crossover. I mean, people are coming from the whole kind of area, right?
I mean, Paul was saying the other day, he was talking to a guest that was here from Pembroke Pines or Dania or Davie?
Weston, Boca.
Yeah.
Well,
the thing is, it's
interesting because we were here for the opening, and we've been to other openings that had a lot of hoopla, but did not on the day of feel the same that your opening did. And it made me think of, because even before Eddie and Vinny's was coming up, you guys were already talking about Dear Olivia, and you were talking about both almost in sort of a tandem. And Mayo and I were like, that's interesting. Will they, because they're close enough, will they clash? And you guys were pretty confident in that, no, the opposite. Mm-hmm. And being here for the opening, that's exactly what it felt like. Eddie and Vinny's was a great start, and this is a great continuation, and both almost seem to be feeding off of each other for this area. And that's what I was curious of. was, would it not only be good for Parkland and Cold Spring, but would it be good for the entire western part of Broward? Because there's nothing like this in all of Broward County or northern Miami, to be brutally out west at least.
Sure, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
Is that what you've seen? Like you guys have seen that?
Yeah. I think it's wild. It's two totally different concepts. So you can go to either place for celebrations. You know, Eddie and Vinny's is the higher end concept. This is something that you can go to more every day.
Yep.
And we've seen that actually.
I think we have somebody that's been here every day since last Wednesday.
Well, I mean, you're around the corner from a country club and a whole country club community, and obviously country clubs have, you know, people who go out and they use the facilities, they play golf, tennis, whatever, and then they go have lunch at the club. But this seems like an extension almost of a country club, where I see some of the same faces I saw here on Wednesday, and it looks like, you've got a bunch of regulars, which is you're going for that neighborhood feel, right?
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you is, they are symbiotic in terms of because why don't you just describe the concept, Eddie, of what this is and what you are going for?
So the idea is to be, you know, to put it in one sentence, we want to be the Cheers of Parkland, you know, or the Cheers of wherever we locate this restaurant.
Great.
You know, it's not going to be that, you know, that the place where you're just going to go one time. We want to be the place where you're sitting at home, you got home late from work, and you're like, you know what, I don't have time to cook for the family. Let's just go grab a quick bite to eat at Deer Living. We know the food's going to be great. You know, I can get a drink. My kids can have an amazing kids meal. Or Saturday night comes along, I can't get a sitter until 9:00. And like, you know what? Dear Olivia's got a great vibe. You know, babe, why don't we just go out and grab some dinner and hang around with the DJ? And, you know, like, so there's so many different kind of avenues we can take with the whole idea here that fulfill a gap in multiple kind of different dining times or drinking times or a little bit of both. I want to watch a game.
Yes.
You know, I come here Saturday afternoon.
And it feels like you're already seeing that. Like in week one, you guys have already seen the things that you're hoping for down the road, honestly.
And it's hot, and you've got this beautiful outdoor deck, and people are still sitting outside because it's pretty. It's just pleasant.
It's really
and
pretty.
It's nice scenery. Yeah.
The patio filled up this weekend completely. And
last night even.
Yeah, last
You
night
guys
we
are
were
like, dude, I wouldn't go.
you know, to do table touches out there. I limited my time out there to like 30 seconds. I'm like, okay,
Change
everything
clothes,
good? I'm out.
But, that's all right. It's no, I was out there a little bit during the grand
It
opening
actually was
party.
nice.
Very
It wasn't
pleasant.
bad. It actually pretty
But
nice.
no, obviously I described it in a post on the Let's Eat South Florida group. Hi, everybody, 210,000 people.
Insane.
And I can't
Almost all of
believe the response. Because usually, like, look, it's a big group, and sometimes things take off. And even when sometimes it's when it's a controversial post or somebody is flaming a place and people jump in and all start betting. But this was just like positive, like, okay, this place is open. And I just, I didn't do any kind of critiquing. It was just it's open. I described it as a kind of contemporary American, family-friendly with sports bar vibes that's open 7 days, again, lunch and dinner. And, it's a great place with all the TVs around, but the TVs aren't in your face. But if you want to watch a game, this is going to be a great place to come for your football weekends, college and NFL, Saturday and Sunday.
Coming up in a couple weeks.
And then,
2 weeks out?
Yeah.
2-3 weeks out.
And then, Paul, you being the bar nightlife impresario, you've got the late night vibes going too, right?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We have entertainment on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays nights. And Saturday nights, my favorite night because we're doing an 80s night, and it just hits with the clientele in this area. So it's my favorite genre of music. So I love Saturday nights here already.
So what was it like for 80s? I mean, what are they playing? Like Tears for Fears, or
they're playing a whole mix of everything.
Yeah.
DJ is, phenomenally remixes things. He'll mix a little Rolling Stones in there with with some Def Leppard and some Poison and Cyndi Lauper. It's
80s rock pop hits, all that
everything.
stuff,
Yeah, everything.
And people love that. Especially the nostalgic crowd when you get to be my age and you say, oh yeah, that brings me back to college. Or in Lubie's case, it brings them back to diapers.
No, but it brings back to college because it's funny.
80s, you weren't alive.
No,
in the
you don't.
80s.
You weren't at FSU. FSU, literally, there's 4 different places that do 80s night.
Okay.
80s night when
But
I was
what
in
year were
college.
you born?
In the early 2000s, I was in
Yep.
college, and 80. That's why when Paul of all people said it, I'm like, well, of course you love it. It's a moneymaker for any establishment, like, which is great. Again, people love it. The energy, like, I was never Mr. 80s until I got to college, and like, it wasn't just a girls thing. It
There's
was
something
like,
about 80s music that gets you going.
Well,
I mean, I
especially
wasn't
at
around
night.
for too much in the 80s, but I still have a
no,
good
but
time.
especially at nighttime on a weekend or no, actually a weeknight. Clyde's had it. There was like 4 different
Yeah.
places that did 80s night at
Potbellies
FSU.
always did the best one. though.
Potbellies was huge with it. Like, it's just funny that you guys have done that because people really love going out for an 80s night. Like,
Yeah.
it's a big freaking deal.
No, it's great. I think you've hit on something. It's, again, you guys know what you're doing. And I saw it. I actually had something I never usually do, which is sit and actually have a meal at a restaurant on
First
opening
night.
day.
I was surprised to see it too.
Well, look, Larry Carino, old friend of mine, great publicist who you guys were, using for your opening. And he invited me. He said, "You want to sit down and have dinner?" And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to have an opening night dinner anywhere, it's from 2 savvy veterans
There you
who've done
go.
a bunch of openings. And lo and behold, sat down. We had some of the appetizers. The biscuits are a hit, I can imagine. And we had a couple of burgers. You have 2 different types of burgers
Yeah,
on the
we
menu.
have,
And I love seeing that.
The smash burger is the #1 seller right now. It's just
On the whole menu.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
it's killing it right now.
Yeah.
You got 2 patties, sauteed crust in
It's
there.
a good smash burger.
Yeah, some onions, cheese, and a little of our special
Well,
sauce.
that's the
on
highest
there.
compliment because you guys know he's not
I'm
usually a
not-
smash
no.
burger dude.
But
Yeah.
what I appreciate, besides the fact that smash burger is really good, and I actually devoured it, and but you do offer the classic kind of
Nice.
Yeah.
thicker steak burger that you can order medium rare, and it comes out nice and red and pink and juicy in the middle. We got one of each, and both of them passed the Mike Mayo's
Good.
Lunchbox seal of approval. Excellent stuff, and I love the fact that you offer both varieties,
Yep.
which is something I've been kind of harping on our friend Tom Angelo over at the Sports Bar downtown.
Yep.
Great Daniel Steakhouse, but he opened the sports bar. He's only doing a smash burger. I was like, Tom, you got to get a classic
sports
steak
bar.
burger too, and you got both. So,
Yeah.
job well done. Thank you on that. And what else has been selling? And of course, talk a little bit about the culinary team here. Chef Jeff Tunks is.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually, and the team all kind of agreed upon this. When you have a menu tasting with a chef team, a lot of times chefs will kind of go and veer off into what they think is the best thing. And the team that we have here between Chef Jeff and Chef Patrick, they know that at the end of the day, it's what the guest likes. And when we did our tastings, we can honestly say there wasn't one thing during tastings other than like how we want to plate something that we're like, you know what, this is terrible, or this needs to be gone. And it was great. It surprised us, and look at that.
Well, look at
There
that.
you go.
Right on cue. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. And the smash burger. Lubie, are you with us? Can you see?
I see it.
All right.
Beautiful.
Maybe you want
It's
to
like
get
the definition
the close-up
of
cam
a
going?
smash burger.
Yeah.
So,
It's like
the idea with the menu is like, we want to be a place that you can feel comfortable getting a burger, but also knowing I can get a great filet, or I can get a branzino, I can get a salmon. And a table last night I was speaking to, the wife had the branzino, and the husband had our skirt steak. And before they had ordered, I was telling them, I'm like, listen, all of our food's great. Like, what are you in the mood for? Do you want more entrees? Do you want more sandwiches? Do you want salads? And like, we're a little bit hungry. And I'm like, okay, trust me, we have phenomenal entrees that are going to blow your socks off.
And a couple of them really piqued my interest. I didn't do it on opening night. I said when I come back later on for a proper meal, either lunch or dinner, but that pork. What is it, like a char siu pork chop,
Yep.
which is like a Chinese style glaze on it.
It's
char siu.
excellent, and it's been very well received. And it's crazy to see the volume of pork chops selling here.
Right. No, the menu is a really good mix, and it's like I said, contemporary American, where you can get anything from a really nice fish entree to your classic burgers and wings, and you're also doing some different things. And I'm just going to say, I don't know if this is a touch from Las Olas, but I expect to see this among the women of Las Olas or downtown Fort Lauderdale. You have your adult Happy Meal. Who came up with this concept, and can you just describe it for?
Actually,
the crowd?
Christina did.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Christina was the inventor of the adult Happy Meal. So the adult Happy Meal is kind of like the girls' dinner. It's Caesar salad, French fries, and a Tito's martini.
Oh my god,
Classic.
that's actually
Yeah.
classic. That is really funny. My wife's all about like girl dinner, and I'm like, dude, babe, that's just a bunch of weird stuff put together.
It's not
You guys
weird.
made it actually high level and interesting.
Yeah.
It's so funny to see, and the fact that it's popular is, it goes against anything,
Yeah,
that
as a
a
restaurant
traditional chef or, you go like it's, the with social media and like how viral those kind of meals have become and gotten.
Right.
It's, it's just kind of taken off to a different level to where people were like seeking it out.
So
Yeah.
they're selling. I mean, you've
Oh,
been
yeah.
selling
yeah.
a bunch of them, and again, it's for the those who are on the lighter side with a little bit of a cheat and a little
Yeah.
bit of a drink. So I think it's brilliant.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then, add the specialty cocktails to the,
Yeah. So
to
let's
the
start.
mix.
Hold on.
Did you know what they are?
I'm
Because
that's
she-
why I have the menu.
The
yeah.
bartender schooled me in on what they are.
Okay. No. Well, I don't know. You
If
guys
they know what they
don't
are,
quiz
then they
us.
can go for it. I
All right.
didn't want to put them on the spot, but the fact that they're awake and smiling was enough for me. I was
That's
trying to
it.
quiz
Here,
them.
you know what? I'm going into this one. This is the strawberry ginger. I think they call it it's actually a bourbon infused drink with Maker's Mark bourbon, along with strawberries and ginger and a little club soda. Again, that one is called the Ginger Strawberry Smash, and then you have this one, which I believe is the Dear. This is the Dear Olivia.
That's the
I'm
Dear
sorry.
Olivia.
Yes, and that is named after your daughter, correct, Paul?
Yes, it is.
And but I don't think she's drinking a lot of gin yet.
Nah, not yet. Thank goodness. She's only 9.
I used to give my daughter a little in the bottle when she was acting out. No, I didn't. Okay, statute of limitations.
yeah, I
is
was,
over.
I was going to say that's
DCF,
now that's
she's-
permanent.
She's 20 now, so they can't take her away from me. She's an adult. But yeah, this the Dear Olivia drink, also a classic lighter side. I imagine mainly women order it, but it's what have you seen so far? Has it been one of the
It's
popular?
popular with everybody.
Oh, that's the Garden of Eve, is what that one is.
Which one?
The middle one
The
is
mi-
called
this
the
one.
Garden of
Yes.
Eve,
But we're talking about the Dear Olivia.
and that one is the Dear Olivia,
Yes.
and then that one is Greeting from the Tropics.
Greeting from the Tropics. Okay, and that what's in that one? That is
A lot of things.
a lot of things.
That'll make you very
Bacardi,
happy.
it's a rum, it's a Diplomatico Planas.
That's-
Wow, there's a lot of stuff.
That's not the, that's
No,
the
that-
ginger. Yes,
Yeah.
that's not the tropics.
Oh, that's not the
No,
Tropics.
no, it's the correct one you said before.
This
That
okay. This
okay.
is
She
this
called
the
it Season of
Tropics?
the Tropics. Okay.
I'm confused.
That's
Yeah,
not the
that's what she-
tropics.
that's
Yeah, that's
not
not
the
the
The tropics
Okay.
comes in like a what do they call those?
Tiki mug.
Tiki
Oh, okay.
glass.
Then whatever
Okay,
she's
so
for, then- okay.
I'm all.
Okay,
you know what?
everyone's
I'm just
confused.
going to start
Just
drinking.
drink. Yeah, there you go.
And then I'll be as tired as Paul. And well, that tastes like strawberry to me, and I think there's definitely some bourbon in there. So, all right, so we are here. Dear Olivia is the new location. 6 days old.
Oh, Ginger Strawberry.
And they're already killing it, and they've got their stuff together. Service, how's your how did it all go in terms of the hiring, the training? You got a group of savvy, seasoned pros
Yeah,
here?
we got fortunate that we have some veterans that have previously worked with me, and they know our expectations. They know what's required to make a successful place. Jose was the beverage manager with me at back at American Social, and he really takes a lot of pride in that. Richard Rubitz is our partner here and the managing partner here for us. Rachel Barr came over with us, and they just done a tremendous job with the hiring and training, and with the team. There's sky's the limit for us.
And Lubie, I think you owe these gentlemen an apology because when we were in here, we did a preview show.
No, a big one.
I
was
think it
scared out
was
of
a
my mind.
little less than it was
Wasn't that
probably a
long
month
ago.
ago.
It wasn't that long ago at all.
And
I
Lubie,
was
being
freaking out.
ever the optimist, was saying, "There's no way this is going to be open
I
by
was
Florida
so
Labor Day." Eddie, never in doubt, right?
I just said watch and see.
That's exactly what Eddie was confident, and Paul was calm and cool and collected. I was like, okay, they know a lot. They just did this, so they know a lot more than I do. It's
I mean,
very interesting how quick you guys turn around the end.
there's
Like,
stuff that needed to, still needed to get done, and we still have a couple little odds and ends that need to be tied up. But at the end of the day, you got to get the wheels turning, and the moment you're your stopwatch starts with having a team that's being paid and them relying on this for a living. That's where it becomes crunch time for us, because we never want to leave anybody questioning whether or not they're going to be able to serve a table tomorrow. So getting open was very important for us to make sure that the team knew that they had a place to come make money in 2 weeks after training.
And it's like we used to say in the newsroom at the Sun Sentinel, nothing focuses you like a deadline. If you want to get open by a certain date, and luckily everything falls into place with the permitting and the COs, certificate of occupancies, and here we are. It's great. It's great to see you. We also got a friend of the show in the house, Jim Sarney, the unofficial mascot of the Lunchbox, former Sun Sentinel colleague. He's checking the place out. And the last sandwich that dropped in, but not least, I was really intrigued by seeing this, but it's a po' boy, right?
Smoked brisket po' boy, yep. And they do a little au jus on the side. So it's like a French dip meets po' boy meets it meets brisket. It's kind of a little bit of.
And I see hot. I see what is it? Like some hot cherry peppers.
There's some hot cherry peppers in there. Yeah.
I see pickles. I see tomatoes. I see some nice dressing. A little aioli on there. I'm going to be diving into that thing.
I think you should do your big bite with that.
I think you have a very fine idea. But before I get all sloppy, let's take our first of 3 breaks, Lubie. Before we do that, I have to remind everybody that ongoing now through the end of September is Dine Out Lauderdale, and it's going to give people a chance to go out around the whole county and check out some new restaurants and places maybe they're not familiar with. Now, dear Olivia, not signed up for this year because it was way too, you got enough on your plates. But a lot of our friends are taking part in the Dine Out promotion, like where we were yesterday, Cafe Max in Pompano. They have a great deal going. Our friends at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea. Over 100 participating restaurants this year, and why don't you go check out what might be the deal for you? Go online to dineoutlauderdale.com or visit lauderdale.com/dineout. It'll take you to the same landing page. And again, there's all kinds of great places for multi-course deals, lunches and dinners, and from casual spots, upscale dining, neighborhood favorites. It's all there. Dine Out Lauderdale. All right, let's take our first break, and we will come back with more from Dear Olivia after these words. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, It's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. It's serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Looking for a real New York slice? Check out Peter's Pizzeria, your neighborhood pizza shop. With 2 locations, 1166 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach and 897 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca Raton. Slices, whole pies, specialty pizzas, heroes, rice balls, salads, pastas, and Mama's homemade desserts. It's New York flavor, Florida made. Originally from Long Island, Peter brings passion and pride to his pizzas. No matter where you're from, you'll feel right at home. Open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner with delivery and takeout. Place your order today at mypeters.com. Okay, we're back on the Lunchbox. It is Dear Olivia, and look, it's so popular. People are finding it even though there's no signage up because this neighborhood knows it's one of those if you know, you know. But you will be getting signs in place and up on the building Friday. Okay. Again, it is tucked into a public shopping center. It's kind of off in the kind of the corner of it, overlooking a nice little waterfront area. Paul is, I don't know if he's trying to tap out. He's nodding off. I think the man needs.
I told my girlfriend I'm taking tomorrow off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you deserve it. You've been working, I don't know how many days straight getting, between the opening and the pre-opening, right?
Yeah, about 3 weeks straight, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what separates the amateurs from the pros.
Exactly.
And you're a total professional.
Yeah.
Paul Greenberg. And your title here is, I guess, what? Managing partner?
Me?
Yeah.
Just the partner. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't even have a title.
Founders.
Yeah.
Founders, co-founders.
Yeah.
But this is your
Yeah.
baby. I
Yeah,
mean,
this
in
is my
a
baby,
sense
yes.
that you named it after your daughter.
Yeah.
And,
No, we have a team that takes care of the daily day-to-day management, and obviously we're always around to make sure that that everybody's well taken care of. But Eddie and I are the founders of the company.
it's a great day that this has been launched, and you can see school started this week. Actually, yesterday was first day of school. How did that go with the Pozzuoli family?
It was Eddie went to school yesterday, so Vinny he still has another week and a half before he goes.
Okay.
So we're halfway there. But great first day. We're very happy.
Nice.
He decided he wanted to go to the second day, so he's there. He's
Keep
there
going
today.
back for more. If you don't send them every day, eventually
That's sort of
somebody
a
might
problem.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lubie, you're going to be in that world soon enough. Although
Like 5-6 years.
you got a long way to go until first child arrives in November. And but my point being that usually first week of school for a lot of restaurants
It
it
slows
turns
down.
into like the
Especially
kind
out
of
west.
a real fallow period. But here again, like I said, it is lunchtime and the place is almost filled, and that's got to be encouraging.
Sure is.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so I'm not going to big bite this because this looks like a really
wanna do a
nice
little dip?
sandwich. I will do a little bit of a French dip with the au jus, but this is the They call it the brisket po' boy, and it's really neatly dressed, exactly like you would find in New Orleans, a nice po' boy shop where you have the balance between the vegetables, the dressing, and the meat itself. I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to take one civilized bite, and then I might just kind of down the rest of it. But here we go.
That didn't seem too civilized to me.
No,
Oh,
That was actually civilized. Don't egg him on. See, I feel like Eddie, it's been a while. That's what it is. Eddie hasn't seen
Oh
this
yeah,
in a
so
while.
he stopped doing it.
So
He's going trying to be
egging
healthy.
you on.
I actually wanted to savor the flavors. All this blends together. I love, like, when you get a creamy aioli that really complements all the other components.
Doesn't take over.
And, you've got the peppers and the pickles that give the acidity and a little bit of sharpness to cut the fat. And it's a freaking great sandwich. I mean, you guys are onto something with your all your sandwiches. I'm going big bite on this one. Lubie is going to maybe give play-by-play.
We're gonna public shame you.
But Lubie, can you also give a review of you tasted the smash burger and what were your impressions on that?
Well, I gotta say, look, and again, I lean more. I want a big hunk of meat cooked a certain way.
Offensive.
You're really doing it? Oh my God, Mayo! Holy crap! Well, he did it. The smash burger was outstanding. On top of whatever the hell we just witnessed, I'm not usually a smash burger guy, but it was wonderful. The blend of sauce that Chef Jeff came up with, all the accoutrement, and just the way it came together. It's a really, really, really nice sandwich. Yeah, thank God.
Did you not take that out?
What a shocker! You didn't inhale that with the rest of whatever you just did to that amazing sandwich.
I think I'm going to get that for lunch today.
Are you still going to get it for lunch?
I think so.
That sold it.
All right. Apologies, but I got to say this. You asked for it, Eddie.
You did? Oh, no, they're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I'm embarrassed. They're not. You literally just made Paul want that sandwich more
Yeah.
somehow.
It's really good.
So you should go walk around the dining room doing
Just eat
that
like a
again.
slob.
No, we want to keep the customers coming back. I think if your GM saw that, he would throw me right out.
Yeah, like I was about neatness.
He's ready to
and
throw you out
cleanliness.
anyways.
I know. Did you tell him we were with you?
He's like, no, they're not with me.
Oh, you just gave me the stink eye, too.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
exactly. That guy's classic.
I'm scared.
He's keeping everything nice and clean. I'll tell you
Yeah, and he
that.
sees all the detritus around the table
The
now.
cleanliness was like a big
I'm going to be
difference.
on the list. I'm on double secret probation. Lubie, we got to get another one of these mic covers.
Exactly.
My apologies, guys. That is a freaking good sandwich. That's a freaking good smash burger. I'm going to go for the chicken after the next break. I'm going to cut it in quarters because now I don't need to eat for the rest of the week. And I'm so glad they put the little dainty salad on the side,
There you
too.
go.
Keep you a little healthy.
Trying to balance
For
it
most
out
people,
for
it's
you.
balanced.
Yeah.
He's enjoying that. All right, let's talk about some of the other properties and things you got brewing because, Dear Olivia obviously has been the focus lately, but Eddie and Vinny's still going strong, right?
It's been great. We with the opening of this, obviously, you expect a little bit of a lull. But I can honestly say, outside of Wednesday, which was like the crazy opening night,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the week kind of tracked as normal.
Nice.
And kind of just validated, that this was the right decision to, have a complement
Right.
to, add to the community,
Yep.
not something that's going to compete with each other. Because, this is the place you want to come, like I was saying earlier, every day of the week or a couple days a week, or whatever. You can celebrate an event here, but you want to have a private party where it's, a little bit more buttoned up, and you want, the full 4-course meal, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to Eddie and Vinny's.
Yep.
Upscale, nice bottle of wine.
Or more Italian.
Yeah.
Or fine steak. Whatever you want. We kind of have been able to kind of hit both of them. I think the next thing we do out here is Asian. And then we'll-
okay.
and
Paul is.
Paul was
kinda
like,
where-
look, I need a nap, man.
Oh, what do you? I don't know.
No, but that will come up
Paul can
because
talk about what.
Are
what
we
he's got
allowed
going
to
on.
talk? Because now because you don't have enough on your plate,
No, not
and you're
at
not
all.
tired enough. You've actually taken on some added responsibilities, and you have like a new business interest.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell our
Whatever you're allowed.
audience about that?
Oh, no, I could say pretty much anything. That I recently joined the Kapow brand in addition to the Dear Olivia brand, and looking forward to working with those guys. But just became basically the CEO and the managing partner of Kapow, Del Rey, Boca. We're opening up a new Omakase Speakeasy in Meisner, south of Meisner Park very soon.
Okay.
A lot of growth coming up, so I'm very excited and very busy.
So the new Omakase then is going to be separate from Kapow, which is still in Meisner Park.
Same hospitality group.
Yes, same group, but two different
space. Yep, correct.
spaces. And Kapow, for those who have never been, it's in Meisner. And you describe it also as like kind of a modern Pan-Asian.
Yeah, with a great vibe. It's, what drew me to it was, the vibe that we have here. The vibe that, it's the same type of vibe, a fun, energetic vibe. And I'm drawn to that. And it's just really what gets me going and it makes me enjoy what I do. So,
and that
different cuisine.
It's famous for their karaoke nights up there.
They have a great karaoke rooms up there, and it's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And
tell me about I'm not familiar with the Del Rey one. Is that a new location?
Del Rey's, not new, relatively, within the last 6 months. On Atlantic Boulevard, they took over the Salt 7 spot.
Okay,
so
well, that is new
excellent,
because I used to spend time up there, and that's okay. Salt 7, now Kapow, new bar. And how's it going up there?
Going great at both locations. It's we're digging in. I'm having a lot of fun, and it's just busy.
You guys are conquering the map. I mean, and then of course you've got the two Prezzos, Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Corvina Seafood Grill with Crazy Eddie giving away his wares every day. The social hour is still going on, or is it being modified soon?
We modified it a little bit for summer, but still going with the 50% from 4 to 5. But we did pull it back. We kept it with the hours that we had for season. We no longer do the 5 to 6. But it really hasn't stopped people from coming in.
Right.
But we tried.
And it's all about what can we do to get people in the restaurant during the summer, because we want to make sure fish stays fresh and everybody stays employed. So as I mentioned last year, it's summertime when it's not about making money, it's about
keeping people employed, keeping people in the flow of coming, getting newcomers to check it out, all these things. And it's very wise. It's and it's worked. Yeah. So congrats on that. And all right. So what's next?
Another Dear Olivia.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So this is the first of what might be a few, but nothing is set in stone.
Or
yet,
a few hundred.
Or a few hundred. All right. Now you're talking. Now you're thinking like, yes.
They're thinking like entrepreneur. Look, you guys have, it's very interesting because a lot of time when places open, you expect, we were talking about this with our friend who used to be a part owner of the Foundry out east. And he said, look, when you start an establishment, you have to have enough funds just to be ready for the first year to be tough. It may not be, but you just have to be ready for it. Being with you guys is very interesting because you guys have now opened up 2 places that from the gate in a time that's supposed to be slow in an area that's usually ready for it to be slow. You've had a lot of success right out the gate. It feels like you guys sort of have an idea, have a strong idea of what works with people and are willing to not, push yourself onto that. Like it feels like you did one thing with Eddie and Vinny's and you're doing something here and you realize, look, okay, this works. Why, like Mayo talk about reinvent the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it makes them want to do it again, I assume, right?
We like torture.
Yeah.
That's great. Have you figured out like the strategy of where the next Dear Olivia might be? Are you going to try to stick with the Western places that are more like family neighborhood places, or go into a?
No, I mean, I'd love to get back down to Fort Lauderdale and Solis. So that would be something exciting for me. But we're going to take it step by step, and we're not going to put the cart before the horse. We're going to make sure that we are set, and everything is perfect here before we expand responsibly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yep.
So that's all good. All right. Well, let's take break number 2. And then I'm going to go in and I'll have the chicken sandwich. I'm not going to bite that because that might lead to coronary problems. But but this, again, there was enough lettuce and healthy stuff on the dress. This, I mean, well done. Chef Jeff and your whole team. Like you said, I haven't had a bad bite in here yet. And we haven't even gotten to desserts. We may have to bring out a couple of those desserts because that key lime pie was pretty impressive with the meringue on top. And I'm usually team whipped cream, but this was pretty good. And then you got the mud pie, which is
that looks
churros,
the
the cookies and milk.
Okay.
Oh, you're doing cookies and milk? Oh, I love when places do cookies and milk.
They have
That's
all kinds
classic.
of
Good for
things.
you.
They've got all aspects of it covered right here at Dear Olivia. So let's take the second break, and we'll come back with more from here.
Sounds good.
The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years, Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. Great seafood and more at Mignonette, Miami. It's in the Edgewater neighborhood at 210 Northeast 18th Street, close to the Arch Center and Heat Arena. Mignonette is open every day for dinner, and it serves the freshest fish and raw bar items with a daily selection of the finest oysters around. Chef owner Danny Surfer and his team are eager to please, and now they have a great deal for Miami Spice through September 30th. $60 gets you a build-it-yourself 3-course meal. Choose almost any appetizer and entree and any dessert. That's every day, including weekends. Mignonette is Michelin Guide recommended and Lunchbox approved. For reservations and information, go to mignonnettemiami.com. Okay, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're at Dear Olivia. It is 7805 North University Drive in Parkland. And Parkland is desperate, obviously was desperate for good, local, independently owned and operated restaurants. And you've got one right here, right now. The place is packed.
Which is interesting you talked about your post because I shared it. I'm really excited for these guys and for this area. I see the great Chef Jeff. And I was getting all these like comments like, oh my.
He saw us and he ran.
And he ran. I know. That's why I waited just to see the reaction we would get because maybe we get
That
a Paul
pivot
go and
was
Chef
very-
Jeff come. No, that's not happening. Chef Jeff was ready to not be on. So, and all these, I was there yesterday. Oh, I'm going tomorrow. Oh, I'm like, okay, well, I forget I am out west and all my friends reside out here, but it was just fun to just see the reaction for a place that a lot of people I didn't know would even know was here yet, right? Because you guys were rolling it out in the summer. I know we've talked about it. I didn't know how much you did outside of our show. And it was just very interesting to see that the word has gotten out west and people were really already making their plans. And it was like the next day and people had already gone. I was like, They just opened last night. How is like 25 people already gone?
Well,
but
Paul, I was asking about some numbers, how many covers you did, because again, it is a lunch and dinner place. And, usually places like to roll out a little bit slow and maybe limit and have, 200 covers for dinner, 150 for lunch. What'd you do over the weekend? Saturday was...
Over 1,500.
for the 2 days combined. 700 a day.
Your first week.
And it's not even football season. It's preseason.
It's not anything. It's like, okay, good. It'll be slow. We'll get used to being open.
Yeah.
It's opening season. And like I was saying, I posted about, hey, it's open now. And typically on the group, if a post gets a lot of traction, you know, it gets maybe, 30,000 views, 40,000 views. And this thing just took off like a weed. It's at 129,000 views now for the post here, which I think is larger than the population of Parkland.
Is that record breaking for you?
3 times the population of Parkland.
It's up there. I think it's up there with some of the biggest posts that you've ever had.
The biggest post I ever had was when I posted about Skyline Chili, and it was picked up by a group in Cincinnati, and that had 400,000 views.
Oh, wow.
So, but that was mainly out of town because I was singing the praises of Skyline Chili. I'm not going to ask you guys about whether you like it or not. I respect your culinary, taste too much. I love the stuff, but you also saw the way that I eat a sandwich. So, but yeah, no, 100 again. It just shows that people are just really eager and interested in this whole concept, right?
Yeah, it's something that's fun. It's exciting. That's not been around here.
Let me ask you about coffee beverages here. Since you
Up Eddie's alley.
It's right up my alley.
No, I saw some espresso martinis.
Mhm.
Obviously, are a big deal these days. But now that you are becoming more caffeinated, do you offer like lattes, coffees? What's because your dessert service
Yeah,
is so good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely sell espressos because he has
We can't
15 a
have
day.
Italian.
We can't have a restaurant that doesn't have an espresso.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So you always know the espresso martinis are going to be with
Fire.
fresh brewed espresso too. We're not. It's none of that canned stuff or anything like that. We brew our espresso here. So
That's an important thing for a lot of people, especially Shirley. Once November 17th comes around,
Oh no, she's ready for a nice espresso martini. I'm so stoked. Yours look amazing. So we're gonna be running here.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Well, I don't know what's left to say. I think I could just tell them. I'm looking at Paul now. I see the fatigue, and
I'm waking up.
I mean this
Yeah, probably
banquette
looks
right
really
here
nice.
Pretty
looks comfy. Get a pillow.
It does. It looks
They're like,
really
who's
nice.
that dude sleeping there? The owner, one of the owners.
They had a couch upstairs.
we should have kept it.
He
Should've kept
the
it.
couch. I was gonna go move.
Now, you're gonna get a well-deserved rest tomorrow,
Thank you.
and then it's back. You'll probably work another 4 weeks straight. Hey, how was everything? Good. Just give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up, way up. Okay.
Awesome.
They are streaming out the door, and I love the.
Lots of thumbs up. Love
We've
it.
got the front entrance here that has the little hey, he's one of the OG Let's
Oh,
Eat
nice.
South. He was in there in the first 5,000,
Oh wow.
and he's been a good. I love meeting the group members. But yeah, it's kind of like your little Instagrammable, front porch area. You designed that, or was that a Christina thing?
Is that interior design?
Yeah, I think the interior designer did it with Christina's help.
Well, the XOXO Olivia thing came up, I think, with the creative team that we have. I don't remember whether it was Christina or marketing team but the designer, she had the eye to pick out that wallpaper and say, this wall would be perfect for, this is the first thing you see when you walk in, or one of the first things you see when you walk in. You need to take a picture of it. And then we kind of carried that over to the restroom area. If you walk over there later, there's a big mirror and it says, tag you're it, XOXO
Nice.
Olivia.
Nice.
So and with the hashtag.
The
So,
bathroom selfies.
yeah, you
oh
you
my
do a
god, you
bathroom
made it
selfie
for
there.
that.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we try to have a couple areas within the restaurant that lend themselves to people wanting to take pictures in front of, and as we know, social media is
huge.
it's
And
the biggest, and
It's
there's no better way to get out to the masses than to find something that'll either be seen every day or go completely viral, which we're happy with both.
Yeah, I agree.
all good. All right. Well, do we
One more
have
break.
one more break?
One more break,
Let's
and then we can let
take
these
one
gentlemen
more
get back to
break,
their day.
and we'll let them go off on their own. Maybe I could beg for a piece of mud pie, or
I can
something.
handle that for you.
Okay. Because I do want to show off that dessert.
They looked
And,
ridiculous. The stuff you were sending pictures. It looked
yeah,
amazing.
Larry Carino and we just devoured that thing. I said that's a good piece of pie right there for the chocoholics out there. All right. Let's take the third and final break, and then we'll come back and wrap up this edition from the brand spanking new Dear Olivia, the hotspot in all of Northwest Broward after these words.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see it continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, we're back, and this would be a good time to let everybody know. Oh, well, Eddie is getting his caffeine. That is one prepared restaurateur. And Jim Sarney is walking around and looking at the guests. He thinks he spots a Florida Panther here with his family. I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, it makes sense.
But
Brad Marsh,
the guy from Boston? No, I don't know. He says sitting around, not here, over there, but who knows?
I'll walk around and
Hey,
check.
speaking of celebrities going to places that we know and love, one of our sponsors, Casa D'Angelo, I saw a picture posted on Instagram of Chef Angelo Massimova.
Nice.
And Lionel Messi was in there at Casa D'Angelo the other night. And always got to like to see when Messi is going around town. He's still a Fort Lauderdale resident.
Yep.
And Casa D'Angelo, great place, 3 locations: Aventura, Boca Raton, and of course, flagship in Fort Lauderdale. They're having all kinds of great wine dinners. Casa-D-Angelo.com to get a reservation or for a spot at one of those wine dinners. And again, Lunchbox approved. Got Eddie's dad here. We got all kinds of celebrities in the house. Very nice. People are happy. We've got does this fill you with pride getting to see the family and everybody's enjoying?
Is that just coming to eat?
Yeah.
Is that like dressed nice?
Like I said, it's like the country club set. They're coming in.
I love it.
He
didn't have any critiques. He ate and he's leaving. Like that probably gives him a lot of pride.
Has your dad had much input on this place, or this one he's leaving you, you and Paul alone?
No, he just comes and enjoys, and fortunately he's not a landlord here, so we don't have to deal with him.
You don't have to make any concessions. What's his favorite so far? Is he a
favorite food item?
Yeah. Do you know? Does he have?
I know he's a burger guy. I don't know what he was. Been in a couple times this week. I don't know. I don't even know. To be honest, I forgot he was here. I saw him right before we started the podcast. I'm like, oh, I got to go say hi to Dad. Then I'm seeing him on the way out.
Again, like I said, family friendly. Really good vibes in this place. So keep up the good work.
Number 1 kids menu in the Tri-County area.
Is that right?
Bar none.
Oh wow!
I mean, probably a separate menu.
Yeah, it's probably a separate. What That's all right. But
I mean, I'll ask. I'm actually curious because I will have a kid soon, and we have kids in our lives. So that's actually because that's something my wife and I always like. She didn't grow up doing the kids menu, so we're always curious. Like I'm always curious what to do in that vein because I want my kids to be open. I don't want them to just eat chicken tenders all the time. So,
Good
which
luck.
I'm sure you make great ones. Exactly. Look, my nephew's only one is 7, still only eats like mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. So I get it if it is what it is. You're not gonna have them starve, but I appreciate like an open, more like a well-rounded kids menu, if that's even a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
We have steak on there, pasta, shrimp.
and you got the
quesadillas.
chicken tenders, right?
Yeah,
That's a
chicken tenders
platter
on
that
there,
you
yeah.
have for the grown-ups, right? So I
Yep.
assume the kids could also get that. Oh, here we go. We got the mud pie.
I don't think we'll need a plate, but we'll need a couple spoons. Yeah.
Nice. So, or I could big bite it and just shovel it in my mouth.
If you want to share with Lubie,
No, we're not going to do that because I'm already getting the evil eye, and I don't. I want to be on my best behavior.
you don't want to get bounced by Richard.
I don't want to get bounced. Was he a Marine? He has that look. Like he was Semper Fi. All right. All right. We'll take a bite of this. Oh, and I got to give a comment. The chicken sandwich, which I just took a bite of during the last break, really well done. Nice spice, a little bit of blue cheese on
Yeah.
that. Getting good feedback on that.
Yeah.
No, it was. I was just going to make a comment. I like chicken sandwiches, and I'm not a big hot guy. So buffalo, which everyone loves, I usually shy away. The chunky blue cheese, whether it's a
cuts it.
dressing or it's chunks of blue cheese, is perfect.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
it
'cause
literally was a
you're not-
great combination.
You're not getting like over buffalo-y or anything
No.
like that. The between the slaw, the blue cheese, and the sauce, it's like it's a perfect balance. And you know, a lot of people do easy things wrong.
Yeah.
And
Or
you
they
know,
just copy everyone else. Like you guys took a little different avenue, and it's really good. Okay, so this may be the coolest kids menu I've ever seen. I love that it literally is set up like a menu.
Yeah.
That is because that's something I want to do with my. Sure, my wife is really big on letting them be more independent. And I saw your kids are, and your kids are like that. It allows you to pick your mains. You have to look at this thing. I mean, I'll take a picture of it and I'll show it when we talk about them tomorrow or something.
It's got
But you can pick your main.
$10.95
You can
protein,
pick between a
side.
pasta. You can pick a side. You can pick your drink. Like, which is not the like kids menu is usually very standardized. It's more of let the kid feel like they're an adult while still getting the things that they enjoy.
Yep.
I guess it's and again, I like, you want to have that newest generation getting around restaurant culture.
Yep.
And again, part of the enjoyment is getting to pick and choose and not just saying, "Oh, you're going to get chicken tenders with French fries." That's it.
But not only that, there's Parkland, as we all know, is a this is where families are raised.
Mhm.
You know that you move to Parkland for one reason, and that's to
Exactly.
raise kids.
Mhm.
So every household in Parkland, with the exception maybe of some of there's like 155 and up community, which was just built. So those people might even have kids.
Yeah. Honestly.
But every house in Parkland has some kids at it, and if the kids love the menu and they want this place 5 days a week,
then they're going to come 5
That's
days
so
a week.
smart.
parents are going to come with them.
And that's music to your ears.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, and the parents know they can get a great drink here.
Yep.
And if
And they don't have to skimp on food too. They
exactly,
Get
and they can have a good meal as well. And that's kind of what it's all about.
All right, let me sing the praises of mud pie. If you are a chocoholic, this is the dessert for you. You want to describe it, Paul?
I'll let Eddie
Okay.
describe that.
We'll-
Homemade.
So- Yeah,
Oh, it's
so
homemade. Okay, nice.
we're very fortunate. We've got a phenomenal pastry chef that we actually have at both restaurants, Eddie and Vinny's and Dear Olivia, because they are so close to each other. So she does a couple of days here, a couple of days over there.
Nice.
So chef kind of gives her that creative direction, and she made a fantastic mousse in there, and the crust is amazing, and you got a crunch, you got soft, and it's just like super rich. Just a great all-around meal, and it's not huge. Which
whipped cream on top. The chocolate is balanced, not overly sweet, and you got that. It's kind of like an Oreo crust.
Mhm.
That it's just great.
Well, and you, so that's I was gonna come back from break, ask you this, which we've talked about before, and then we were gonna get done, and you said you almost answered it for me. I always wonder how you guys get around to all the places you have, because you guys do like to touch tables, you do like to be involved. But what's interesting is you just said not only something you guys do, which you're good at, pushing things off on other people. You're not micromanagers. Chef Jeff himself, you just said, allowed her the freedom and the creative freedom to do what she wanted, so he could go do his thing. But that's how you can expand
Yeah, you say,
efficiently.
hey, I want this,
and then you let him do it.
Exactly. So I want some sort of chocolate tart, or something of that sort. That's not going to be huge, but something that can be shared and people can enjoy. And she made a couple things. I don't remember. There was one thing that we tried that we weren't like huge fans of, but like, eventually we came to this, and it's great.
Yeah, it's a hit, and
it checks the box for chocolate, and
it's homemade. It feels like you guys do that across the board at all the restaurants at all the levels, but that it allows you to leave and not have to go, oh my God, is it gonna fall apart?
And the other part,
and it's impressive to me, and it seems like it's why you guys can go everywhere and not always have to go everywhere.
Yes,
and it's also one of the benefits of not being in a major national chain, that you don't have to run every recipe up the flagpole and wait 4 months until it gets approval. If she makes something you like, you get it on there in a week.
Nice and easy.
As long as we can, we get it printed out, we get it costed out. Still, there's still a process to it, but it's not, with these big chains, you got to think you're launching a new menu item over 500 locations. What is the training that has to go behind this Friday of this month? Is the menu launch. So at what point is that menu even done? It's probably done 3 months, 4 months in advance. That way that each restaurant can get it to their teams. And it's, it's very hard for those big corporations to facilitate any sort of change.
I guess 2 questions. Do a lot of people order dessert still?
Yeah.
Because especially when they see desserts they like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, especially at kid-friendly restaurants, because as a kid, at least I grew up, dessert was a big part of our meal.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are planning for kids. It makes a lot of sense that you understand dessert.
They got to have their sugar to get wired before, and then they burn off all the energy, and then they go right to sleep.
Yep,
so
that's the goal.
The sugar. Second question: do you have any happy hours planned here yet? Are they on the?
We launched day 1 with happy hour.
I did not realize that.
It goes 3 to 6 Monday to Friday, and it's at every seat in the house right now. We've got got a selection of $8 appetizer items. So it's a couple of our items from the main menu, just condensed a little bit, and a lot of shareables on there. And then some great cocktail specials as well. $7, $8, $9 drinks. We've got $3 off all draft beers. We've got $3 off all wines by the glass. And, it really is a great happy hour. And especially for those that don't necessarily always, a lot of places, and we have some included that just do happy hour at the bar in the high tops. The whole idea with this restaurant was to bring that happy hour and do it throughout the whole place. And a lot of people, it does resonate with a lot of people with this kind of concept.
And last but not least, do you have any like loyalty reward programs at any of the, your P hospitality restaurants, and any thought of like combining them so that people, when they go to either Eddie and Vinny's or to Dear Olivia or to Corvina, will get some
we've explored some different options. One being the POS software we use, another one being like a external like rewards program that's not necessarily managed by us, but it's like a bigger, membership based company. Another third party company that doesn't operate, within our POS, but does an outside thing. Like there's ideas, but we haven't really figured out what fits best for the restaurants yet. And
something that's on, in the hatching stage.
It's somewhere in the works, but I can't say it's going to be a definitive thing anytime soon. Just in the event a restaurant pops up.
You know me, I always ask, and I know because people look, the dollar might be tight. People are always looking for value and always looking for, some, inducements and extra goodies and things like that. So.
I can assure you the value, even at, our finest restaurants, Eddie and Vinny's, our Corvina, the value is always going to be there. And, the goal is to never have anybody come there, regardless of whether you're spending $100 a head or you're spending $30 a head. The goal is always to make sure people feel that they're getting
great
what they're paying for.
Yeah, that people feel valued.
Exactly.
No matter what,
whether it be the service, the personal touch, the team here, they see it, from us and as leadership, and, down the line, the team here truly cares about what they do. And, we're really proud that we have teams at each of the restaurant that can kind of facilitate that for us, and people value that a lot. So, there's so much that goes into what a perceived value is at a restaurant. It's not just all in price.
Well, everything that you guys are doing seems to be working. So keep it up. Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
And we will do it again somewhere, sometime next month. We got a whole portfolio now. I mean, now it takes us a full half year to hit every different restaurant between the two of you guys. So keep up the great work. Much continued success. Paul, get some sleep.
Thank you.
Enjoy a day off.
I will tomorrow.
And until tomorrow, where are we going to be tomorrow? Oh, down in Miami. We're going to our friend Danny Surfer, Blue Collar. Talk a little bit about the great Miami spice deals going on down there. And then we'll be at Peter's Pizzeria on Thursday. Get a couple of slices and talk to our friend Peter Izzo. So, again, dear Olivia, come on out 7 days a week. Lunch, dinner. Is there like a brunch menu in the works? Or
In the works.
I was going to say this place would be
in the
perfect
works.
for brunch.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, football season around the corner. I might even
Make
drive.
reservations now.
I might drive up from
I
Fort
can't even
Lauderdale
imagine what it's going to be
for one of these football
season.
weekends.
Yeah,
This
you let
is
us
gonna
know.
Be, and you
It's
do
gonna be a
take
mad out.
reservations
Yes.
for the daytime, lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
Anytime. So book now. Those football
Book on
Saturdays
Open
and
Table.
Sundays.
No, those Saturdays and Sundays are going to be very busy. You know, Paul has great relationship with Florida State, and you know we're going to be an official.
Oh, make this a
FSU
Florida
bar.
State bar.
It already is.
Oh, really?
Maybe
Oh,
they
no,
can
are
get
you
some
serious?
wins this year
Because
too.
freaking like a Luppies or whatever was the only one, and it's like super far.
So
Oh,
we
that's
got you covered.
amazing.
Lubie's excited.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Now let's just see if the
Now
Seminoles
hopefully they can live up to
actually
a place of this stature.
get some wins. My daughter is headed back up to Tallahassee for her sophomore year. She would like to be able to go to a couple of
With
games
pride,
and-
yeah,
with
exactly.
some pride, but we'll see what happens.
Well, they're going to have a good year.
So, all right, thanks, guys. It
That's
was a
amazing.
great time.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy every mud pie and enjoy every sandwich.